Welcome back to India Market Open. It's a quiet day of trade, but let's quickly take a look at the top headlines that we are tracking this hour. Markets open the last trading day of 2023 in the red. Nifty trades below 21,800. Sensex below 17,400. Broader markets remain unchanged. All sectoral indices barring auto, FMCG and media in a sea of red. Oil and gas needs index also slips. And oil marketing companies see profit booking after a surge in trade yesterday. Speculation of a retail fuel price cut weighs on the stocks. Tata Coffee and Tata Consumers are buzzing after announcing the effective date of merger as January 1st. And Kalpataru project surges almost 8% on winning an international order worth 3,244 crore rupees.
All right, let's get in NHPC. It's in focus on future cash flow monetizations because the board has approved FCF monetization for Kishanganga Power Station and other power stations, monetization for 8 to 10 years in a single tranche during FY24 and maybe beyond. Mr. R.K. Vishnoi, CMD of NHPC Johnson, to talk about that and more. Remember, NHPC, amongst other names, has had a very good 2023. The question is, can they do an encore on the business side in 2024 and beyond? Mr. Vishnoi, good having you. Thanks for taking the time out. First, just an update on business at large, because one has to admit that 2023 has been a bit of a turnaround year for the power sector at large, in the minds of the capital markets at least, and probably even for business.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. And as you rightly mentioned, this FY23 has been a great year as far as the power sector is concerned, because there was huge demand of power, and all the generation companies in whatever sector, whether hydro, thermal or renewables, they had good time in FY23, and the projection of demand in FY24 and 25 is still bigger. And this is what is basically driving us to look for large capex projects, and the projects which were taken up about a couple of years back or maybe 3 years back, which are not going at a fast pace, now have been taken up. And this year, the capital expenditure target, what we have kept, is the almost 50% more than what we had last year. So, and every subsequent year, this is the kind of visibility what we are seeing in the hydro sector and the renewable sector. So that's the business outlook as far as the power sector is concerned.
A piece of news that I want to get out of the way first, Mr. Vishnoi. The board has approved the free cash flow monetization, I believe, for Kishanganga as well as other stations as well. What is the overall nature of this announcement, and what kind of impact does it have for your cash flows? And by when would some of these monetization efforts start?
Yeah, as you know, that asset monetization basically is a great initiative from the Government of India, and we have the nation monetization pipeline where brownfield infrastructure projects have been listed there, and each organization has been asked to unlock the value of the assets what we have, operational assets. In hydro sector, in fact, what we do is we do not lose the ownership and the operational rights on the asset, and we try to securitize the future cash flows, particularly the return on equity, and based on that, we raise the capital just to fund the capex requirements of the under construction projects. So we have done that in FY22 for about 500 crores and FY23 for about 2,000 crores. In FY24, we have approved to raise 2,000 crores again by securitizing the return on equity of Kishanganga project, and that we already done that, and we are completing the process. We'll raise this money in the month of February to meet our requirements, capex requirements.
Would you contemplate doing any other monetization within the current financial year before March 2024?
No, I think that's the only thing in FY24. And then FY25 again, we are planning to do the similar exercise. Let's see how much is the requirement and how much we can fetch from the internal sources. And then depending upon the requirement, we'll try to do it. See, this is the best thing in this model, that as per your need, you can raise the capital by securitizing the return on equity of a particular project.
How is the operational piece looking like? Because we know, right, that for example, the Parbati project, the commissioning got delayed because of the rains. I think we might have seen it in some other projects as well. So a lot of notes that I read mentioned that their estimates for FY24 might be delayed, but they are still upbeat about what you do as a company in FY25 in terms of EBITDA growth. Some people pencil EBITDA growth for FY25 to be as high as 40% relative to FY24. Now, I'd love to understand what is your business outlook per se in numerical terms for FY24-25, and can there be a quantum jump because some projects might have gotten delayed instead of FY24 get commissioned in FY25, and therefore it helps the earnings trajectory?
We had some setback on Parbati 2 because of some floods, unexpected floods in the month of July this year. But the impact of the flood we have minimized, and we see that the total delay in the commissioning of the project, the first unit of the project, is not more than a couple of months. So July next year, that means in FY25, we'll be commissioning this project. But before that, there is a big project, 2,000 megawatts Subansiri, which is also slated to be commissioned, the first unit of that project. And we are trying to bring that project in FY24 itself, though there have been little difficulty, geological surprises there. But we have almost overcome those surprises, and now we are on our way to commission the first unit. We'll try to bring it in FY24, maybe a little delay of 15-20 days, which may slip into FY25. So once these two projects, which are big projects, having total. These two big projects, which has the capex value of something like 30,000 crores, once they commission and capitalize, this will change the numbers of the company, largely. And what we see that we'll not only maintain the EBITDA growth, what we have been getting in the last few years, but we'll have a quantum jump in FY25 and FY26 particularly.
Okay, so when you say a quantum jump, Mr. Vishnoi, it's great to see the head honchos of some of the PSU names now talking business in such a soft fashion. I would love to understand, when you talk about quantum jump, what is it that we are looking at?
See, this is, as you know that...
Sir, not exact numbers, but just give us some color.
Our sector is a regulated sector, and the kind of returns are assured returns in this sector. And so what we basically visualize and what we forecast in terms of EBITDA growth and the return on equities, I mean, those are mostly certain numbers. So today I am maintaining EBITDA something like 50+%, and this could be in FY26 around 60%, because this is what we are expecting after commissioning of these two mega projects, the Parbati and the Subansiri.
Sorry, did I hear you say that you would grow EBITDA by 50% in FY25 and 26 both?
The EBITDA total percentage, would be something around 60% in FY25.
No, which is the EBITDA margin you are saying?
EBITDA margin, yeah.
No, but okay, which I understand, sir. In which case, tell me, what is the sales growth looking like? Give me some idea of whether sales grows at a particular clip or EBITDA grows at a particular clip.
Sales will grow because once we commission these two projects, of course, there will be more generation of power. And we expect a jump of something like 15 to 20% in the sale growth. And that would lead to the EBITDA margin growth of something like 7 to 8%.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it to that, Mr. Vishnoi. Thank you so much for taking the time out and being with us, and wishing you all the best for a successful 2024.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. Thank you very much.
The pleasure is ours. Thanks so much for tuning in. We need to slip into a quick break. Up next, Man Industries has successfully tested hydrogen transport pipes. Mr. Ramesh Chandra Mansukhani, RC Mansukhani, the chairman of the company, joins us on that side to talk about this development and the outlook for 2024. Stay tuned.
back. It's a quiet day on D Street, but one stock that's had a pretty fantastic 2023 has been Man Industries. The stock rallied in the last few days as well on back of successful testing of hydrogen transport pipes. We have with us Ramesh Chandra Mansukhani, Chairman of Man Industries, joining in to talk to us about what this means for the company and, of course, the outlook and guidance going ahead. Good morning, Mr. Mansukhani. It's a pleasure to have you join us on the very last day of the year. Last working day of the year. Mr. Mansukhani, let's start by talking about the news point, where you've met with success in terms of testing of the hydrogen transport pipes. Now, help us understand the size of market that's available for this. Is this because there was a demand from an existing client who wanted you to transport hydrogen for them? Is it because of the trust towards clean hydrogen, green energy? Tell me what's the rationale, the market size, and if there are any potential clients already in the offing for this.
Yeah, good morning. Because of decarbonization policy worldwide, the hydrogen is a future energy. And the size of the quantum, the pipelines are coming, the transportation will be done, is so huge. This will slowly replace the traditional oil and other energy sectors. So it's a green energy, future energy. Hydrogen was very, very important. And since a lot of development and research and development is going on in our country, and all oil and gas major companies in India, they are going to produce hydrogen in the large scale in coming years. To make the compatible ourselves in the market conditions, we last 1 year, we did a lot of energy, money, and time to research to how to make the compatibility this thing. So we did last 1 year, a lot of tests, research, everything. So we successfully completed our this thing. End of the year, this is a good news. The one of the European research center has given approval to us, and this approval will help and to acquire and get the new businesses, as well as one of the European company also approved our product for hydrogen transport. So we are the first company to get one of the European company, you can say like Germany, they approved our products. So research and development is one stage, and to get the business in future. So in coming years, there will be large scale hydrogen utilization, and we have to make to ourselves. This was the process, we completed it.
That's fantastic, Mr. Mansukhani. You're right. All the hard work is paid off, and it's a great way to start a new year as well. But let's break this down. Of course, the future is clean and green energy, but taking a step back, now that you've got this approval, and you also said you've had a European client that has shown interest in this, can you give me a sense of where that stands in terms of closure, and what is the size of this deal? You also did tell me that the company has invested not just time but money as well in terms of R&D for creating these pipes. What is the quantum of money that has been invested in this project to seek new businesses?
Yeah, madam, this is a in-house process where our in-house facility, laboratories, our engineers, they are working very hard to achieve this thing. And last 1 year, it is an investment. And in future, some equipment, etc., we have to make them more compatible, which is not a very large investment, maybe 30-40 crore, a small investment as per our company size will be there, which is an ongoing process throughout the upgradation of the equipment, and some equipment we have to change, and some we have to buy the new one. So this is an ongoing process, which is not going to take so much capex for us because of your existing player.
So this inquiry that you've had from this European client, what is the size of that order?
This is a quite large order, and because of the business, this thing, it is only stage of the inquiry.
Okay.
It is going to materialize in future. So this is too early to announce anything this moment. But this is exciting. Someone from Europe also approached us, and We were the only company in India. We took the interest and we are successful. So this is a good achievement, at least to get the inquiry over there. But in India, Middle East, Europe, everywhere, now the green energy will be the energy, and it will continue process up next 10, 15 years, as I understand.
This quarter or so, can we expect any order wins from either India or the Middle East? And of course, I'll cross my fingers for the European client coming through as well. But just India and Middle East, any big order wins expected? Anything you're bidding for or in conversation for picking up?
No, madam. Right now we got the approvals, lab reports, research center, research report, everything. Now we have to circulate to all the oil and gas company where the hydrogen projects are coming in future. So this is a futuristic way to get the business in our business, because approval is very difficult. It takes long time to get the approvals from the client. But we started the process and we got successful. We got one approval also, and we are on the process. So in coming year, it is going to increase the way the green energy is taking place in the worldwide because of the emission control, decarbonization, and a lot of efforts by United Nations as well as to our India government also. So it will be the market will be in India as well as to export market. Since we are in the export market, almost 30 countries. So our team is working to get the more inquiry, but now the hydrogen recently started. So it is giving the one kind of indication that we are equipped with the world and we upgraded ourselves to get the demand.
Right.
Mr. Mansukhani, just stay on. We have a new listing and just want to mark that for a second before we come back to this conversation. But Innova Cap Tab, the issue price was 448, 570 crore IPO, subscribed about 55 times, and therefore very likely that the listing could be higher than the 448 rupee issue price for the company. But here's the first trades on Innova Cap Tab, should come up on your screen. Oh, actually not so much, just about 5%. Not a bad listing.
Not a bad listing. I think 6%. Of course, there was an expectation that you could see double-digit on opening, but it may build up as we go along. Mr. Mansukhani, okay, let's move on. Unless, Niraj, do you have any questions on hydrogen?
Yeah, just one question on hydrogen. Mr. Mansukhani, I know you mentioned that this business or this process involves you pre-qualifying and then making applications. But there are two of the largest corporates houses have shown some very promising plans in the green hydrogen space. Do you think that you would want to, or would those be potential clients? And if indeed you are pre-qualifying, is this a high growth space, Mr. Mansukhani?
Yes, sir. This is a high growth. There will be a lot of, in India, whatever you are indicating, I know the companies, we are having the discussion with them also. Yesterday we got the news, we are sending them, we are meeting them. So this is a high growth area in future because it is future energy. And it will be replaced like gas replaces oil. Gas replaces oil slowly. This is also going to weigh the same manner.
Okay, so there is conversations that are underway with the countries, two of the country's largest conglomerates that are looking to move to the green energy space. And Mr. Mansukhani, of course, you are in a sweet spot with regard to that. I just want to move on from this piece and talk about business, because in the last 2 years, you've actually managed to, get it together. Business is thriving. Seamless stainless steel pipe unit is also progressing extremely well. Long lead equipment orders are also, coming in and flowing in. Guide us, tell us what is expected from you going into the next couple of quarters. If you can just give me a sense of your top line, what are you working with there, and also bottom line, that would be useful.
Okay. Madam, this year, because we are very close to near this quarter 3 and quarter 4 also, so our guidelines is the same. We will grow around 40% this year. Top line. Bottom line will be much better than last year. And as regard to steel bands, which is production is already started 2 months before. We completed one project. As regard to ERW plant, we started few months before. Now the API monogram is successfully completed, audit completed, and they have given the letter to us also to code the API, which we already got it. This is a good achievement. But because of our existing company, existing client last 30 years, so it was not difficult for us. As well as to stainless steel project, which is costing around capex 550 crore, which is coming up very fast. And the long lead items, we already placed the order 6-7 months before. And now the construction activity is going on. And this will be end of the this year, Q3, we will get this a high EBITDA item. It will also come. So then we have a good basket of our industry with the synergic business ideas. The oil and gas, you can say hydrocarbon sector, hydrogen, ERW pipes, SS tubes pipe. So we are actively involved to take the company new heights. And as regards the shareholder net worth also will go on. I think the scenario is very, very good. And next 2 years, we are seeing the tremendous growth. I cannot say the growth in the percentage, but maybe it will go in a good way.
Good luck with that. But very quickly, Mr. Mansukhani, these are very ambitious expansion plans you've talked about. You've talked about your order book. I just quickly want to get a word in from you. What is the debt equity position right now at Man Industries? Because a lot of this is also, will put impact your cash, I'd imagine. A lot of the expansion is done through cash on the books, or what does debt look like? Any other sort of fundraising plans that are on the horizon?
This moment, we have the debt-free company. We have taken only 150 crore, which is coming to around 0.1%, 0.12% debt equity ratio for our new ERW plant. So right now, the no burden of the more debts, but of course, the stainless steel project, which is in our subsidiary company, they have taken some loan, which is as per the norms of the banking. So our company is supporting that subsidiary company. Also, we are 100% subsidiary company, which is doing the expansion. As regard to main industries, 0.12% is a debt equity, our company.
Right. Mr. Mansukhani, we'd love to chat with you longer and understand more about your business and the outlook. The stock looking good on a quiet day. The trades at about 2% higher as we speak to Mr. Mansukhani. With that, we're completely out of time, but there's a lot more on the other side. Ajay Tyagi, Head of Equities at UTI AMC, joins us and talking points, so stay tuned.